Howdy guys, welcome back. Jed Scott here, and today we are in my bedroom slash my office. Yeah, don't take that weird, please. Check out that cool shelf, all that cool stuff. Gear drives, 950 Holly 3-barrel Godzilla stuff, split Dominator. I can't figure out how to do this. Nope, nope, nope. There we go, right there. Split Dominator. Got from my machinist. And we got a bunch of other cool stuff. This is where I keep all my really neat stuff. In fact, right there is a polished Hemi tunnel ram I did. And it's not a perfect polish, but it's close enough. My dually boat scoop. And in fact, for anybody who's curious, there's that Scott Speed Shop sign you used to see in the intros. A couple Charger flip top gas caps. Something that Jonathan W. gave me. Little Dodge Brothers emblem from a car. So that's in here on display. Bunch of pistons and stuff I collect. But that's not what this video is about. Video is about my birthday, because this video is being filmed on my birthday, which is January 13th. Thank you for the birthday wishes, for anybody who leaves me birthday wishes. And I've kind of acquired something for myself. Don't mind the Thomas the Tank Engine Japanese puzzle that's from when he was a kid. But being a Chrysler guy, liking old vintage chrome stuff and liking multi-carburation, I have it's hard figuring out how to use the phone. I picked up something, and I still don't own it technically because I haven't traded for it yet, but I picked this up. I picked that up, and that is a low-deck Chrysler intake with original 1970 Chrysler carburetors that have been 100% chrome plated, and you can see how dirty and filthy they are. In fact, these things, they even chrome plated the throttle blades. I'm trying to show that good. It's kind of hard. There you go. They legitimately chrome plated everything. And I don't know. I would never run it probably, but I just love stuff like this and I want to save it. I did a little bit of polishing right there, a little bit of wiping. Going off my keyboard and fancy computer I bought just for the editing and stuff. But the idea here is to literally disassemble the whole thing, polish and clean everything on this intake, and set up on display. I have the lid for it. You can see my fat bum in there. I got to get a base and air filter for display purposes. And yeah, it's kind of a waste as a display piece, but if I ever found a small block Chrysler intake, if you know where that's leading. So if anybody out there in YouTube world has a small block Chrysler 6-pack intake, I would be really interested. And I'm not looking for a freebie or a cheapie. Looking for something, you know, decently priced. I know what they go for, market value, just finding one. So, but we're gonna clean this bad boy up. They even did all the linkage. I got to hook all that back up to the center carburetor. One of the vacuum pods does work. You can hear that working. This one, however, oh, you can hear this one working, but this one does not. This one's blown out. That sucks because these vacuum pods are about $100 to replace them to get the right ones. But yeah, I just love this kind of stuff. You know, someone went to a lot of extreme here to polish and then plate this thing. This chrome is not cheap. To do my Hemi valve covers, I got quoted like $300 or $400. So imagine what it costs to do this. Even when, you know, if you did it back in the 80s or something, even then, you know, convert to today's money, there's probably just as much money in the chroming as it is to buy the intake and the carburetors and all the linkage and everything. But it is a real old 6-pack setup. This is not a reproduction. They got date codes on them, part numbers, so it's just neat. The choke is missing off this carburetor, but that doesn't bother me because I don't run chokes anyways. But I think it's time to start disassembling this bad boy. I'm going to turn on old Frank Sinatra, Louis Armstrong music on the old computer and bring it to work on this. Oh yeah, check out high school picture or middle school picture of Dad. Yep, Stud Senior. Oh yeah. Oh, and actually behind that. Oh, nope, can't see me. Nope, there I am. Yep, me as a kid. A bunch of friends and stuff outside his house. So, I think it's time for us to get to work. Wowee, that has been a lot of work to get that intake looking like it does now. And pretty happy with it. Also disappointed in it. And from this view, you know, it looks freaking sweet. And I put a timer up so I can keep track of how much time I put into this intake at least. Do the same thing with the carburetors maybe. Carb's gonna be a little more intricate, but this thing had a lot of grease and stuff. In fact, I can't get it all out of there. But here's a close look. See, you can tell how good a chrome polish job is they didn't even bother to get up inside here, but they did out here where it was easy. They did a real good job up here. Didn't get in there. Same thing with up here in the top. They got right here, but didn't do this. That's still bare casting, rough casting. And then, you know, they just came up into here. They didn't mess with getting up in there. They didn't do right there. And of course that choke well I got as clean as I can, and these are really hard to get my fingers into. But a little steel wool, a little bit of degreaser, put it in the shower even, and washed it down. Yeah, she turned out pretty good. So that's done. Now we just gotta make the carburetors pretty. Not fellers, so it's finally done. Well, it's not actually done. The carburetor just cleaned up very quickly because, well, whole big change of plans. the friend I got all this stuff from, I was originally going to get for myself. We're going to end up restoring these carburetors, not by restoring and refinishing, but we're going to keep this look, but we're going to go through and rebuild them all for him. I figured I'd show you how they all turned out, because you all saw how nasty and grimy they were. And yeah, there's some parts where they didn't do the intake very nicely, but dang, those carburetors look nice. And you know, like right in here on the choke horns, they didn't get super crazy with getting the chrome quality perfect. And now the chrome, I don't know how old this chrome is, so it's not perfect by any means. But I mean, you stand back, you just really admire. Oh yeah. And even if you don't like shiny, this is something you can really appreciate, because a lot of time and effort went into doing this. Now I know how much time I got in cleaning these things. I got like 2 or 3 hours just cleaning, and missed a spot. Sorry, Tom. Oh well, I'll get it on the second pass. But I mean, how old that is. That's my phone there, and that's my hand. Let's see. Yeah, chrome, just like polished aluminum, shows the reflection best in the dark. But yeah, it turned out really nice. The lid, which is what I wanted primarily, I still do, it turned out okay. It's full of pits, and someone had tried to sand on it earlier in its life. It's not super great. Yeah, there you can see that haze. That's from really fine sandpaper. Oh, it's dusty too, but yeah. That's from really fine sandpaper. Someone trying to polish the chrome but not knowing what they're doing. They kind of messed it up, but I think it'll be fine. But oh yeah, that's a killer setup. And for anybody who bored through the video, I know it's nothing super fantastic. It's just a fat guy in Kansas who cleaned a bunch of carburetors. I really do appreciate it, because a lot of time, this is definitely a passion project, making these things look like this again. Ooh. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video as always, and look forward to seeing the next one. So take care. Bye bye.